Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to Anlex TV, where flavor meets soul. My name is Annie B, and you read the caption. In today's video, we are making Jamaican stewed pork with a nice and velvety, flavorful depth in this gravy. Okay, the pork was nice and tender. This was absolutely delicious. Such an amazing meal. Perfect year-round, but you know the fall season is approaching. And this is absolutely perfect for the fall season. It's comforting. It's just a delicious and easy one-pot meal. Everything all made in one pot. Okay. Now ain't nothing to it but to get into it. So let's get started on this Jamaican stewed pork recipe. Here I am. I'm going to start prepping my vegetables. I like to prep my vegetables usually first before dealing with the meat. I'm prepping my tomato. I will be chopping all of my vegetables a little smaller than bite-sized pieces. Here I am with my green pepper. I'm using green bell pepper and red bell pepper. How is everybody doing today? I pray that you all are doing well, and I thank every single one of you for tuning into this video. What is your favorite stew? What's your most favorite comforting fall or winter time dish? Let me know down in the comments. I really love curry chicken. It's my favorite meal, curry chicken with white rice. It's my absolute favorite meal. But I also love Jamaican soups, which I haven't really showed you guys on the channel yet. All right, so there goes my tomato and bell peppers prepped. And now I'm going to start prepping my onion. And also, please note that we are adding minced garlic, thyme, and bay leaf to this recipe. Okay. This will be full of flavor, very robust and vibrant flavors. Okay. And my mother, who doesn't eat meat, she came over and was like, let me just taste the gravy, because that's how good the gravy looked. The way it coated the meat, nice and velvety and shiny on that pork. OMG. Let the foodies unite. Let the food lovers unite. Okay. All right, so now we're done prepping our onion. I'm going to go ahead and cut up some Scotch bonnet pepper. If you don't like too much heat in your food, you can still get the flavor of the Scotch bonnet by simply de-seeding it. Just take the seeds out, and then you'll still get that nice flavor of the Scotch bonnet. It'll add a little heat, just enough to give you some balanced flavor in the stew. I really am a strong believer in having a balance of salty, sour, sweet, spicy. The more I get into cooking, the more I learn about different cuisines. All right, so here I added my scallions, and I have some fresh ginger here that I'm going to grate. You can tell your girl went food shopping if you keep up with my videos, because I haven't had fresh ginger in a little bit. All right, you're going to grate that, and then you're going to also add that to your prepped veggies. Then here I am with my pork shoulder. I cleaned it in cool water and vinegar. And now I'm just going to cut these into chunks. Like I said, you could get the one that is already boneless, but I wanted the bone. Okay, I cooked it down in the stew, adds more flavor. Or the marrow and all that goodness that's in the bone seeps out into the stew, and it does provide even more depth and good flavor into your meals. All right, now after cutting it into chunks, I'm seasoning my meat with some salt, some black pepper, some seasoning salt. This complete seasoning, if you've been keeping up with my videos, is not too salty, so I love using it. But it has really nice flavor. And then we're going to add some paprika. Some ground ginger, just for a little extra kick from the ginger. And then, of course, I have my ground allspice. Yes, you need that ground allspice. Okay, you need that ginger. And then here I have my browning. And, oh, excuse me. The browning, you're going to need the browning because it has that sugar, that like burnt sugar taste. It's a good taste, but it's like burning sugar, and it's brown sugar, and it turns nice and brown. They used cane sugar, but anywho, the sugar adds a nice flavor to this dish, because remember, we're using tomatoes, we're using onions, we're using these things that are more acidic, and so the sugar adds a nice balance to this salty, spicy, acidic kind of meal. All right, so here I am browning my meat. Make sure you mix it well after seasoning it. You're going to brown it. I'm browning mine in a Dutch pot. This is one of the best pots to make a stew in. I had to do my meat in batches. Then you add all your meat back to the pot. You add all of your vegetables and you fill up the pot with just enough water to cover your pork. Then you're going to let that come to a boil on medium-high heat. Once that starts bubbling, a roaring boil, you'll turn it down on low and cover it and let it cook until your meat is nice and tender, okay? And then I'll show you a nice trick to thicken your broth, okay? I'm gonna show you guys a really good trick on how you can thicken your broth. All right, so here my meat is tender now. I've already covered it. It cooked for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And look at that. It looks absolutely delicious, doesn't it? You could leave it like this if you want to, but I did want my sauce to be thicker. But look at that meat. Let's just appreciate that meat for a little bit. Looks so good. And you can see that piece of bone over there. The meat just completely came off of it because that's how tender it is. And now pay attention. Look at this. Look at this bone. The meat is just coming right off. It's just coming off with the scrape of my spatula here. So good. So good. Now here's the trick for a nice thicker broth. All right, you're going to take some of your broth out and then you're going to go ahead and whisk in some cornstarch. Okay, this won't be in the recipe, okay, because you could just leave it as it was. Right, you're going to whisk in some cornstarch and then you're going to put it through a sieve. This helps so you don't have chunks of cornstarch. Look at that. Look how velvety that is. That's why you want to sieve it. That's also how I make my barbecue sauce. So now you want to go ahead and add that to your pot. Then you're going to mix well and you'll see how nice and shiny, velvety and thick without being overly thick the broth becomes. Turns into a very nice gravy for your meat. It coats the meat so nice. And the more you let it, the gravy bubble and cook, the more it'll thicken up. Cornstarch is such a good thickener as well as potato starch. And just look at how tender this pork is. You can do this with other cuts of meat that are good for slow porking, like chuck beef. Okay, you can do this with ribs. Such a good meal. Look at that. Look at how that just coats the meat so nicely. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. I love Jamaican stews. I'm such a huge fan of stew. I also love most Caribbean stews, honestly. I don't discriminate with the stews. American stews are good as well. I love all kinds of stews. All right, now I'm doing my favorite thing to do, which is to make the food look absolutely, definitely delicious and appealing to the eye. Okay, we eat with our eyes first. Okay, and look at that gravy. So good. So good. I'm going to garnish with a little bit of parsley, you guys. This is such a delicious meal, and I thank every single one of you for tuning into this video. Let me know if you would eat this down in the comments below, okay? God bless, and of course, peace.